What is up, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back to Acura Honda Classic, and my name is Mike.
And I'm John.
We have another episode on our Shop Out series. It's starting right now. All right, John, what do we have here?
All right, so I've had the car, me and my father have had the car since '02, and we've done a lot of work to it, a little bit of performance, a lot of visual stuff, and a lot of interior on the radio, but we never conquered the main thing, the shifter. You know, that's the heart of the car.
Right,
and
right.
My shift boot's also been broken and worn out for years, so I had gotten the shift boot, but I never wanted to put it in. I found a way to upgrade the actual shifter to a short throw. They make a few different options for it, but I was able to talk to our friend Chris Wilson at Science of Speed, and he recommended a combination of parts that work perfect together to give you the best feel for the car. He recommends it above anything else.
Before we get started, what year is this NSX?
So it's a 1994 Formula Red NA1 with tan interior that year, number 217 build for that year.
How many miles is it now so far?
About 133.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so I figured the shift boot just over time it just get all worn out.
We've replaced the shift knob once with an OE shift knob back in '03, and but you know, that was when my father was in charge of the mods. I'm ready to kind of change it up a little bit.
Okay, so what we got here today, I do see a shift boot. Now, this is a what? A shifter?
So this is called a shifter stalk, is the term in our Honda catalog, and it's the shifter, and this is a cable shifting car, so it has two attachments for the shifter cables. Now this one in particular is from the 1999 Zanardi edition NSX. There were only 51 made, and they wanted to give this car it's the US version of the Type S model NSX in Japan, and they have a little different angle on this part, but the big thing that changes is all this threading. You see how far down the threading goes? That allows the shift knob to thread all the way down to give a lower sitting on the shifter.
All right, so we got this out of the way. Now I see 3 shift knob here.
Yeah, so you know, I'm a little weird. I like to buy a whole bunch of
Before
crap.
you get started, this catches my eyes right here. The Mugen shift knob.
Yeah, that's an OG Mugen formula shift knob. It's used. You know, I like them because I wanted to have one, but
Right.
you know, it's got a little wear and tear to it, but I can't bring myself to spend $300-400 on it. I got this one used for about 110
This
bucks.
is such classic.
Very
Classic
vintage.
shift knob. So aside from this here, we have 2 other shift knob here. Look very similar.
So what we have here is the actual, here's the package for it, the actual Zanardi shift knob. It's a Zanardi or a Type S shift knob, and it's teardrop weighted design. The factory shift knob is basically the same as the Type R shift knob for you without the red stitching.
Right.
And it's not weighted. So this is designed in combination with this to really give you a good throw. But
Nice.
in order to run this shift knob, you have to run a Zanardi shift boot. They're discontinued.
Like most things
Yeah.
nowadays. Yep.
And so Science of Speed was able to develop their shift knob that mimics this, but it's weighted even more, and it's designed to clip in to the factory shift boot, which is really awesome. And that combination of shifter stalk and shift knob makes the shift knob sit nice and low, fits real flush into the shift boot, and gives you that nice feel, all with OEM parts, minus the shift knob, but it's basically a remake of this shift.
That is so cool. Look at that.
Yeah, it's neat, right? If I had an NA2, it would have a 6 gear on there.
So in some way, this upgrade, you can pretty much, aside from the shift boot not available, this is like an OEM upgrade.
It's an OEM upgrade, and like I said, I bought this with intentions of getting the Zanardi shift boot.
Right.
But later on I found out that it's not available. So when I reached out to Chris Wilson, he offered me this option, which is actually nicer because it's weighted a little bit more than the Zanardi shift knob. So that's gonna make your shift even easier. You're just gonna flick your wrist, it's just gonna pop right in.
Yeah, definitely want to give a shout out to Chris at Sign of Speed. Visit him on the website, signofspeed.com.
Yeah, ScienceSpeed.com.
We'll go ahead and put a link right in the description.
And the pricing's really good on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they one of the most dominant,
When you're
aftermarket.
When you're
company
able
for
to
NSX.
CNC in-house,
Yeah.
you can do what you want.
Right.
You know, their quality of product and everything is awesome. We've worked with them a lot.
They exclusively deal with pretty much NSX first gen and second gen,
And
right?
S2000s. That's
And
their.
S2000s.
They have a really nice
That's a niche.
supercharger kits. Yeah, that they've gone above and beyond. They make ITBs for this. They do everything really great all around place for all your NSX needs. I have things like the hood struts for this, designed by Science of Speed. Really nice stuff.
Well, seems like we got a lot of parts in front of us. Let's get this thing started.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we inside a vehicle. What is the first thing we have to do, John?
First thing we have to do is find a way to squeeze both of us into this little car.
Well, I'm here. I'm pretty small.
I'm halfway in. I ain't small at all. First thing we gotta do is pull the armrest out, and that's really easy. It's 4 screws.
Okay. So after armrest, what else we have to do?
We're gonna get this whole mess out of here, which involves removing the shift knob, the vent up top, and then this whole piece across the middle. But we gotta be careful because it's been modified over here. So
Right. Let's get it started.
So that was step 1. Step 2 is we're gonna pull the shift knob, then we're gonna pull this clock here, and then try and get all this out without breaking it. 1994, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, fingers crossed for my wallet, trust me.
So what are we looking at here?
All right, so what we have here is the whole shifter mechanism, our shift cables over here, they come back from the transmission. It's our parking brake. You can see how all the mechanism works. This is the part we're after to change, but it is packed into this shifting mechanism, so we got to pull it all out. So first thing we got to do is remove these 2 clips holding the shifter cables into the bracket.
So not used to. The transmission is in the back.
Yeah, on a Honda, this is totally not normal for me, so it's a little different, but you know, it's not horrible. I tell you what, it's hard. It's working down underneath the dash. This is nice in the middle.
I gotta say, I mean, for a car cabin that's so compact, it's still pretty easy to work on.
Yeah, and you know, these have way more room than most of the other cars. S2000, it's got a lot of room inside.
Yeah,
of it.
I agree. So first thing we gotta do is remove those clips.
Yeah.
And from there, a couple of bolts, and then should come right out, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, shift this on the bench. What do we have to do now?
So now we have to get this out of this mechanism, swap over these guts here into this thing, clean it up, lube it up, put it back in the car, and we'll be banging gears, hitting
Man, this
VTEC.
thing looks kind of complicated though.
Yeah, you know, I can't say I've seen anything like it before. We've done one before, so we got kind of have an idea what we're doing, but there's a lot to it, but we're gonna just go ahead and get it apart and see
But
what
the
we
good
got.
thing is there's no major modification. It should be a direct bolt on, right?
Direct bolt on. The only thing that changes is this part on here. You can see the
Oh
difference.
yeah.
You know, this one's slimmer. Look at how short the threading is on this, and it actually has a different angle to it, so it's placing the shifter in a better spot.
Yeah, look how long this is. huh?
Yeah, so the shift knob
can
goes
go down.
all the way down, gives you that low shift.
Okay, so what's the first thing we have to do?
First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this center support out.
About 10 millimeter.
Long bolt here. Now that this is out, you should be able to remove the shifter stalk from the base. Now we can put that to the side. So now what we need to do is remove this piece here.
What is that,
It's a little plastic kind of guide deal here that sits inside this piece.
right over here?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. There we go there. Next step, we're going to remove all this. I want to try and keep this in the same orientation here.
Do like this here.
Well, we got a nut and bolt, so.
Got you over here. Lock it from the bottom. Out. Boom.
Up the middle here, like that.
Like that.
Just like that. Now we have our two pieces. Now you can really compare and contrast the difference on there. Angle of the shifter is totally different. It just really
Oh, yeah.
changes everything. And even some of the mounting points, the angle of this is a little different, and that's what's going to give you a little bit different on your throw.
And the diameter is completely different too. This
Yeah.
one is a little thinner.
Yeah.
This one over here.
Yeah, I don't know what that idea is, but whatever it is, I think the Zanardi is also a lighter car altogether. They cut weight on the NSX in a lot of different ways. So.
I mean, just a small thing like this, that's what makes a huge difference.
And that's what I'm hoping for on here. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wipe some of this grease off of here. It's not too big of a deal.
I know you got some special grease over here.
Yeah, super high temp urea grease. I don't know what that means, but it's very good. We use this on everything in the car.
Sounds very high tech.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, but Honda is very high tech.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Even the color is different.
Yeah, it's
green.
It's green, yeah.
So we got a little brush over here, and all we're gonna do is obviously get this grease right here, the center pivot point, right?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Pop this ball right on the guide, just like that. Maybe we'll put a little grease on here too.
Oh, yeah. You spin it, and I'll go ahead and.
You know, when thing I've always come to learn with this stuff, you can never have too much lubrication on a lot of these parts. It just makes everything work a little better.
I agree.
So this actually has little O-rings on it. It helps it fit in here nice and secure. Boom. Perfect. So now our next step is going to be
O-ring. We got another O-ring over here.
everything is O-ringed to fit properly. Here, let's
Just like that.
turn it flat.
Just like that. Boom.
And we'll do the same on this one, where the O-ring's going to go in first.
Right into the groove here.
And then this little contraption here will go right in there. We'll throw a little bit more grease on here just to make sure everything's nice.
Go ahead and put the grease there.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Perfect. These are real simple. They just sandwich it, one on either side. Got this one over here. Now we're going to take our bolts. One here. One here. Get our nuts started here. This is so easy.
Oh, I caught that.
It's because you got the good hands.
That's what I do.
My hands, not so good.
All right. Here we go.
Now we're gonna pop this guy on after we put a little lube in it here.
Boom. Wow.
Perfect. So now we have everything assembled. Now it's time to put it into here. We're also gonna wipe this down right here.
New grease.
Yeah, just wipe everything down. I don't get a chance to go inside this part of the car that much. Put some new grease on that. Perfect. A little on this guy. Now we're ready to put her back in. So I think it sits like that.
Now, move that up.
That slides right in. Boom. Now we line this long bolt up.
Here.
Mike, I need your special hands for that one.
We got these in the audience. I mean, this is a special tool right now.
Yes, I've definitely asked for help more than a few times. Boom.
So this is it.
This is it. You want to double check for smooth operation. Everything feels
First,
nice and smooth.
Second, third, fourth, fifth.
You may be a little backwards though.
Funny. Well, this is all done. Let's get it back in the car.
Halfway there, go back the other way.
Put it back together. I want to take it for a spin.
Absolutely.
All right, looks like everything got put back together. The last part is a shift knob. Let's compare the original one to this one over here.
This thing must weigh ounces.
I mean, this thing is heavy.
This
Just
is not
heavy.
This is not heavy at all.
I have you do the honor.
Oh yeah.
Well, watch you put that in.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
So far, John,
I'm in love.
how big of a difference that is.
It is a completely different feel. The shifter is, it's not super short, but it's shorter, and it just, the whole angle of it's perfect. And not to mention the teardrop shape of this knob, it fits right in the ball of your hand, and it makes the grab perfect.
Does it have more resistance when you shift?
Less resistance because it's weighted, so it's actually throwing into gear a lot easier.
Whoa, that was a perfect test drive. What do you think, John?
You know, I'm 100% happy with it. Money well spent, and you know what? It wasn't that much money. Maybe 300 bucks altogether. I spent more than that on a shifter for my Integra.
What I love about it is zero modification, everything bow back the exact way how it was come out.
And mostly OEM parts too. So.
I tell you what though, man, I want to see if any one of your viewers want to see us do a complete review on this car here, because this car actually have a bunch of goodies on it. HRE, NX brakes, carbon fiber parts all over the place. Comment below and let us know what you think. We should make a complete videos going over the whole car with John.
Oh yeah, this is my baby. I got a lot of love into her, so.
Hope you like the videos. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you guys on the next one.